I'm nobody. I ain't even seeing nothing. I mean, I'm not even...
Did you realize that certain scenes in the Transformers movies were created by entire teams of VFX specialists? Additionally, they had to meticulously recreate a complete environment for several images. The team who worked on this project for 16 years represented the apex of external effects visualization. Let's examine a few situations both with and without impressive visual effects. The anticipation for this movie was actually at an all-time high, so much so that people are already making predictions about how much the movie will gross in its first weekend, estimated to be between 60 and 70 million. There are only a few new actors in this movie, such as Liza Koshy, Peter Cullen, and Anthony Ramos. And even despite how many films have been made in this franchise, it is not surprising that more have already been announced. Paramount has already confirmed that Transformers 8 is in the works as part of a new trilogy. And of course, blowing things up or smashing them to pieces is a big part of these movies. But when you start to pay attention to the enormous amount of detail they show in each shot, it's just amazing. Like in this shot where you see the inside and outside of the office building as it's actually being destroyed. You can see that they paid attention to every shard of glass and piece of the building, as well as the different parts of the Transformer tearing the building apart. Rise of the Beasts. The main role of Noah in the movie is played by Anthony Ramos, known for his role in the movie Hamilton. He is joined by Dominique Fishback, who many may recognize from her role in the films Judas and Black Messiah. The film also stars veteran actors Peter Cullen and Frank Welker, who are well known for the Transformers franchise. Cullen has been voicing Optimus Prime since the original animated series, and Welker has been voicing the character of Megatron. In addition, the film introduces new characters, including Maximals, Predacons, and Terrorkins. So, Michael Bay is known for being a very talented person who makes actors and crew work to the limit. But it could also be because he already knows in advance how long it will take to work with visual effects. So he has to make sure that the actual shooting goes very quickly so that the VFX team can get to work. Of course, that doesn't mean Michael Bay can't have a little fun. Take a look at this shot of him sitting in the passenger seat of a truck being driven by a Transformer. We see him and the driver acting out their reactions on the green screen, and then they get caught in the exploding truck. Speaking about how long VFX takes, adjusting the size and volume of these creatures to fit the scale and volume of the movie is another time-consuming step in the process. Here is a fantastic clip that demonstrates how the VFX team combined elements of various sizes in the frame to contrast the enormous ship with the smaller but still sizable Transformer. And this clip demonstrates how they put this picture together, literally building a sizable space out of nothing. Naturally, they also included Transformers in the scene, so virtually everything you see there was produced by the VFX team. In addition, the movie has many incredible scenes with lots of movement. Here's a breakdown showing a chase between two Transformers, where they not only fight each other, but also destroy the environment as usual. In this case, it's cool to see how the VFX team and producers first used a real truck crashing into cars on the highway. Then, after visualizing the aliens, they replaced the truck to make it look like it was computer-generated creatures smashing into cars. Also, it's very interesting to see the bright colors they used during the VFX process to distinguish each CG element. Rise of the Beasts was filmed in several locations around the world, including New York City, Machu Picchu in Peru, and Montreal, Canada. While filming in these locations, the crew faced several challenges, including extreme weather conditions and logistical issues. However, they managed to overcome these obstacles and create stunning visuals that transport viewers to different parts of the world. The use of practical effects in real locations adds an extra layer of authenticity to the movie, making it more engaging for the audience. Of course, no Transformers movie would be complete without stunning special effects. The team behind Rise of the Monsters went to great lengths to create some of the most realistic and visually stunning effects seen in any Transformers movie to date. The movie utilizes a combination of practical and CGI effects that blend seamlessly to create a cohesive and immersive experience. The team also worked hard to create unique designs for the Maximals, Predacons, and Terrorons, giving each character their own distinct look and personality. We look forward to seeing these characters come to life on the big screen. Sometimes they didn't even want us to see the individual characters, as in the case of the Mega Transformer Devastator. He was made up of 6 to 8 individual Earth movers, so they needed to be able to create these individual Transformers and then seamlessly integrate them into one huge creature. Interestingly, Michael Bay was unhappy with the lack of detail when the VFX team presented it to him. Sometimes they didn't even want us to see individual characters, as in the case of the Mega Transformer Devastator. He was made up of 6 to 8 separate Earth movers, so they needed to create these individual Transformers and then seamlessly merge them into one huge creature. Speaking about the scale of VFX, we can say that they had to hire entire teams for certain scenes only. This was the case with the aircraft carrier. They hired a team of VFX experts who worked only on this scene, and there were thousands of little people on the screen that were included in the scene of the destruction of the aircraft carrier, and the VFX team created them from scratch. They also had to think about everything that would be on the ship and create them just so they could be blown up. Of course, not everything in the movie was created with the help of VFX. The people in the movies were not created with the help of computer graphics. Movies are full of actors who have to appear in front of the green screen first so that VFX teams can integrate them into the shots after editing. Here's a great example of a bridge sequence in a movie where you can see how the whole sequence is formed. First, we see how the bridge was composited from scratch, and then how they started to fill in the background and characters. It's a really stunning breakdown of every moment when an actor is thrown out of the inside of the car as it transforms, and then caught by the transformer and placed back in the passenger seat as it transforms back into the car. Okay, I'm going to go watch the new Transformers movie, but paying attention to the details I mentioned in this regard. Do you have any thoughts on VFX for Transformers? Write them in the comments.